Hey everyone, Eljay here, voice actor for the critically acclaimed pop culture phenomenon character Little Johnny. Do you enjoy our content? I enjoy our content, but I also enjoy being able to continue making it and making it better. So if you would like to support us, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel for all of our content a week early if you sign up for early access. And heck, even if you don't want to do that, the content is still free. It will come out in just a week and you can still watch it as though you're watching a normal YouTube video. The difference being, it supports us and supports Vessel, which is a great platform. So go ahead, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel and get your free trial today. And don't forget to complain in the comments about how much you hate Little Johnny in my voice. I haven't heard it yet, so please, keep doing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync! Hello and welcome everybody to the TTV BrickFeed podcast. I'm John.
Hey, I'm Meso.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Ven.
And I'm Prpl.
And again, this is the TTV BrickFeed podcast, episode 19.
I forgot for a
There we
second
go.
we were doing the names at the start. So I was like,
I know, it's like, alright, you gotta hold your way until
Yeah,
like,
Meso, come on.
Mardi Gras!
I so much. I like this way of doing it so much better than on TTV. It's
Agreed
way better.
completely.
Yeah, I don't have to go, who are we, like every 2 seconds.
Yup.
No,
Who are we?
I was the guy that used to do that, Kahi, and Meso would yell at me like, "Oh, come on, it hasn't been long enough. We will get to
Yeah,
it
because
in
that
a
totally
moment."
sounds like Meso.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exact
advocated for
representation.
this shift a while ago, and then Var was like, no,
Sure.
What the
I got it
heck?
on recording. It was a
Uh-huh.
debate we had in an episode, and I
You
tried
keep-
it one
you-
time,
okay,
and
you-
Var was like, no, that loses our individuality.
Yeah, so this
I
is
mean,
one.
Yeah,
Does
okay,
it?
listen, I think Var's concept of individuality can go, take a hike
Dang.
somewhere. But, kind of talking about our own individuality, what do you guys do this week?
Well,
I got
I
3
got a
new
new
system
set.
sets.
Oh.
3. You're living large.
Yeah, wait, hold
Man.
on. Purple, you take
What?
the stage.
Oh, like, about my sets?
Yeah, what you do?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I was
Alright, Porky Pig.
imitating you, Kai. No, I mean John.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. I got that one elf set that has, like, the purple dragon in it. So,
What? Why
my
would
life
you
is
get that?
finally
Why-
I wonder.
Oh, yeah,
Why
how
on earth
appropriate.
would you consider
Got it.
getting that purple dragon set?
Yeah, I actually got it.
So how does it rank? Like, it's a Lego elf set, right?
Yeah.
Would you recommend someone buying that? Or
If you can only buy the dragon, like, off of eBay, then do that, because the dragon is amazing. It's very, like, smooth and sleek, and it looks really nice. But it also comes with, this weird tower building thing that just kind of looks very messy. Like, I think they're trying to incorporate, like, 4 different elemental styles or whatever, but it just looks like a hodgepodge of, like, a bunch of random pieces, and it's, like, too colorful. Like, there's not a very consistent, like, color scheme. It's just, like, a whole bunch of different things.
With the exception of the 2 colorful bit that's a recurring thing with system sets. It's like they have this cool vehicle or creature, and then they have a little mini set piece they try to throw in there, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah, nah. If they had, like,
Yeah.
made the color scheme more consistent, then I'd be able to, like, let it slide, but it's very
Yeah.
meh.
I get you.
I'm trying to find a picture of it just so everyone can see.
Yeah, I
Um,
got one.
You got one? Awesome.
A purple dragon. What
I
a
know you've
world.
been
The
craving
dragon
those
is
dragons
so
for
cool.
a while.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is purple, and it's a dragon, so like,
So-
surprise.
So
But there's like,
I'm gonna
the
rock
dragon, I
everyone's
feel like-
world right here.
okay, go for it.
That's not purple at all.
Is it angsty
I mean,
pink?
sure, okay.
Like,
no, you're
I
right.
mean, it has like
it's not
2
purple.
transparent purple stud pieces on like the elbows. At best, that's lavender.
Well, I mean, lavender
Yeah, I
is still a
would
type of
describe it as
purple.
No,
lavender,
it
too.
is lavender. No, I mean, like, there's not a lot. Maybe there's some purple in between, like, the tips of the wings and, like, the lavender in the wings.
Yeah,
Because,
but,
like, the
but to
dark
call it
blue
a
and there's,
purple
like,
dragon
purple.
would be a little bit disingenuous.
I mean,
no,
it's still
like,
purple. Lavender is
It's
still a type of
pretty
purple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
it's
is
under the
pink,
purple
and
family.
so is red.
No,
Red is
pink
very
is
dark.
more of a whitish
Pink
red.
No.
We must follow
That's not-
Lego's naming conventions here. We must
No, we
honor their
don't have
specific
to.
rules.
Yeah, no way.
No, that's Lego has a stupid way of naming their colors. Lavender is still. You're right. It's not exactly the shade of purple that you think of when you're describing purple, but it is within. I would call it within the purple family.
Yeah,
of, like,
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's pink.
Purple family.
Purple.
No, I mean like I would say like
No,
I would
no,
say
no,
like
no,
maroon.
you don't go lavender's part of the purple family and then say pink, get out of here. Lavender's more
I mean,
pink
pink
than
is
it
part of
is
the
purple.
red
Yeah, pink is
family.
part of
I
its
know.
own. Yeah, family. Like pink has its own thing. There's like magenta. There's like all
Listen,
these other
you
things.
brighten purple, you eventually get pink.
No,
Or you
that's
get
not-
lavender.
No,
Not-
yeah,
not
exactly.
true.
You get lavender. Because the thing is, purple is a mix of red and blue. Pink is not. Pink is just red with white mixed into it to make it
Yeah.
brighter.
And there can be like purplier pinks, but like it's still pink. And that doesn't mean that like all
Any-
types of pinks are
Any shade of
considered
red
purple.
that has blue in it would be considered purple, I would say.
If this was a
But
TTV
pink-
No, that
episode,
makes
the
sense.
name would be Prpl or Pink.
We can add. We should add names to this.
Title's
these
already
episodes
too
at the
long
end.
as it is.
We can add it to the end. Don't worry about it.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Just add it
But
to the description. Notable
the
quote,
most-
purpley or pink.
at the most, I think that this is definitely a lavender dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, yeah.
you're not wrong.
Semantics. The TTV.
I mean, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
Cool.
We can
Anyway,
Sure,
agree
Ben,
with that.
It's a
What sets
it's a
you
lavender
ahead?
and somewhat lightish teal dragon.
I don't know, man. That looks more like a mint green.
I was about to say,
In the photo, it looks a
those
little like
wings
lightish
do
teal.
look mint green to me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
To me, on
you
my
might as well
screen
be
right
calling
now.
them yellow. Just make it
No,
yellow.
that's where the gold comes in, Ven.
So is gold
Where's
part of the
gold?
green family now? Come on,
Hey,
guys, let's go to the green
I-
family
it's like
house. Let's go
gold
have
I
some
wouldn't
dinner.
mind.
Eat nothing but green.
Gold or green.
All right, so the sets I got, or for one,
There we go.
the first one was this birthday gift, a belated birthday gift that Prpl sent me. I guess very super recent. Like I did not expect it at all. I come into the room, there's a box in my bed. I'm like, what the heck? and I open it, and it's the set, and I'm like, oh my god, what set is it? Infernox captures the queen from the Nexonites theme.
Nice.
And
Wait,
man,
is that an in joke or something, or do you just choose to send him that purple?
No. He asked for it like in February or
yeah,
something.
I asked
so
for
like
this.
I got
I've
it.
been wanting this set for a while, and well, I just never like got around to buying it. Like it was one of those things where I wanted it, but I didn't really want it. It was just like, oh, if I were to get a Nexonite set, I'd probably pick this one up. And I guess Prpl picked up on that a long time ago. She said that she was gonna get it for me for my birthday because I asked for it. And I was like, well, if you're actually gonna do it, here's my address. There you go. And lo and behold, she was totally serious.
What a kind
Yep.
soul.
So thank you again, Prpl. This set is
You're
great.
welcome. That's good. I'm glad you like it and it didn't turn out to be like a really bad set or anything.
Yeah, no, I had a feeling I was gonna like it just because of the set piece thing where it's like this. You got the little knight on his horse fighting this big golem thing. It's like a final boss battle sort of
Yeah,
set
Golem's
like
piece.
out of
face
Shadow
is
of the
very
Colossus,
interesting.
kind of.
Yeah,
the way they made it.
pretty
I
interesting.
like sets like this.
Are there any
And,
notable like minifigures? Like I know the Queen's in there.
The queen's in there, and we got the green knight. I forgot his name already.
Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah, that's it.
I'm
And he's cool.
I'm interested in that set because, like, there's rumors. I mean, we already kind of saw him in the Lego Batman trailer, but the rumors that Clayface will be getting a release and he'll be built kind of like that set Inferno.
Ooh.
So I'm interested in seeing how that will turn out because, you know, I've been wanting to see Clayface in Lego form for a while, and it seems like a cool way to do it.
Well, no.
So let me know.
Is this
Well,
the
yeah, for
set
sure.
that contains the transparent orange mace pieces from Construct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Very
is
nice.
That set has a lot of nice pieces. Not really looking into taking it apart anytime, at least not anytime soon. I think the set is pretty cool. Infernox has some weird upper legs.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything else though looks a lot better in person, I would say. We got two other sets. I went to Target like a couple of days ago and I couldn't help but, leave. I can't leave with a Lego set, at least one, right? So I go to the Lego section, and I see the Ninjago sets, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna give in. I want to get that Raid Zeppelin set. So I got that.
I got that as well.
Dude, that set is nice. Like,
It
this
is pretty
thing
nice.
is so nice. Like, I love the way that they build their ships. It's so, like, solid.
It's probably the best
clean.
looking thing from that entire wave, sans the largest set, the huge ship. But like of all the smaller sets they produced for Skybound, I quite like the Raid Zeppelin. It's got a very unique look
Yeah,
to
I
it.
really
really
like
like
the
this set.
blimp pieces.
Definitely.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, these are nice. These feel really nice. And it's funny because I was looking at this set for a while because I was like, I want to get more Ninjago. I want to get some of the more recent sets, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to get. And then I saw this set, like, just the box in person. And I'm like, oh, this looks really cool. Like, it just stuck out to me, just the concept of this, like, hot balloon ship thing.
Hot balloon.
I can't even, because it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem like much of a Zeppelin to me because it's so, like, small. But,
True enough.
oh, it is so nice.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's just like the
I
shape
made a
of
good
like the
call.
balloon itself that kind of warrants the name.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I totally think it's like the thing that really gets me. The centerpiece is of course the balloon, which I feel is one of the most creative things to come out.
Yeah,
of the,
it's
wave.
just so creative.
Right, and it's like it's a really nice build. It looks unique. It looks like kind of steampunkish. You know, of the cannon.
Steampunk.
What?
I
You
heard
said
Steam.
Sting.
I heard
I heard
Steam.
Sting.
I can't
See,
verify
okay,
one
listen,
or the
sure.
other.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Thanks for derailing what I was saying. Just to point that
I said
out.
one
It
word,
just
and then
sounds
everyone
like you
else
got
started
stung
chiming
in the
in.
ears or something.
But yeah, like, you know, the like a lot of the aesthetic is still there. I like, you know, the pirates going along with the kind of futuristic theme. There's like a computer there, you know, it's a flying ship. I don't know. I felt that it's out of all the sets released in the Skybound Wave, it's the most creative for the price it is.
I will agree.
at.
How much
Yeah.
is
Which
it?
is, it's I think it's
30, right?
$40? Yeah, I think it's $30.
I believe so.
So
I'm
It
interested
was too
in picking
expensive.
it up.
yeah, it's
I was
like
not gonna
$30.
buy a $40 set. Yeah.
At first, I was a little intimidated by that price because it seemed like a $20 set. But
Yeah.
considering the piece count and everything, I mean, I guess I can forgive it. But this is the only Skybound set I have next to Cole's Dragon,
Hey.
and both sets I'm pretty satisfied with. So hey,
One
might get
hero
another
set
one.
and one villain set. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Might have a little setup with the Cole's Dragon attacking the Zeppelin or something.
Yeah.
But
And the Zeppelin has two of the
third
best
set.
minifigures too, actually. The people from Nautocon's pirate crew. So they're actual characters and not just random mooks. So it's good.
Yeah. Clancy and
Cool.
Doubloon.
Good old Doubloon.
Well, third set I got also comes with a little piece of news. Third set I got was Crossbones Hazard Heist.
yeah.
I also got that from Target because it was on sale.
Hashtag
it was,
remember Crossbones.
It was like
Who's
15%
that?
off all Marvel, all Minecraft, other
You are
Lego
killing me right
themes.
now.
Can't remember. But anyway, picked up this set. It's okay. The little Jeep is it's okay. The minifigures are like not all that interesting, to be honest.
Crossbones, though.
I mean, Crossbones
Really,
is
it's like-
cool.
Crossbones is kind of cool. I think the biggest draw to getting this set is that you need it to have all the Avengers if you buy the
Airport battle.
airport battle set.
Yeah, because then
So.
you get Black Widow and you get Falcon, and I haven't had Falcon before, so he was kind of like
How's his wings?
they're
how do they
okay.
work? Like,
they
they're
don't
okay?
fold in or anything. They
Oh.
yeah, that was a big
Okay.
disappointment. They are just that they are one mold.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they'd be like attached to his.
No, they are not separate. They are
Really?
all one mold. I'll
Rip.
take a picture of it later.
That's terrible, honestly.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
they're
like that at all.
always out, and it makes me worried that, just a personal thing, it makes me very worried that if I were to drop this on the floor and just not catch it, that it was on the floor or something, that I'd accidentally step on it and break the wings or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It seems pretty flimsy. I mean, the figure itself looks pretty cool. The printing's really on point. Black Widow looks okay.
I don't know how I feel about the arms on Falcon either. Like, It looks like he's wearing like a long sleeve shirt, which he doesn't in the movie.
Oh, you're right. You know,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I was sitting there staring at this minifig for a while, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. So I'm like, this doesn't look right. But I
Yeah,
can't figure out
that's
what.
the issue.
There it is. Yeah. I don't know.
That's a super easy
Yeah.
fix, though. If you have the right colored arms, just swap them out. It looks fantastic. I've seen it done.
I'm gonna link you like a Hot Toys version of the Falcon in Civil War, his Falcon costume, and you can kind of like compare it and see how that
Oh
looks.
goodness!
Huh.
Oh dear!
But yeah,
Man,
Yeah, look,
I think
like,
instead of
that's-
having it be like light gray, they should have had it like red or dark gray.
Yeah.
That's quite jarring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine figure.
The light gray, I am not a fan of.
and no leg printing as well, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Falcon
it's not
seems to be like getting the
Crossbones has
short
it
end of
either.
the stick, honestly, with Civil War. Like if you look at like how good Spider-Man is, and then like look back at how
And then look at freaking Falcon. Also,
Yeah, look at Falcon.
Red Wing is huge.
yeah, I know he's like basically a surfboard that Falcon can ride.
Yeah,
basically.
like jeez. Like it's cool that they included it in the says, like in this little thing, from the movie. Yeah, but oh my gosh, it looks ridiculous when you mount it on Falcon's back. It's like he's got a huge backpack with a second set of wings on it. Like it is
Man.
not subtle at all.
That's a bummer.
Interesting.
Set itself is, I don't know. I probably wouldn't recommend it unless you're like a collector
Or a big fan of Crossbones.
Or yeah, I guess a big fan of Crossbones
Like
because Crossbones
me.
looks good. The
Sorry.
vehicle's okay. It's not bad. It's not all that interesting to me either, though.
Yeah.
So make that what you will.
Makes perfect sense to me.
But yeah, the 3 sets I got, this one was definitely the weakest link.
Yeah. Oh well.
Interesting.
Can't all be winners.
Well, I can. I can be a winner.
Okay, let's see where this is going.
What
So
do you
Press
get?
this, LJ.
I also got a set very recently. I got the Lighthouse Siege from Ninjago.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is it's a big set. Now I got it from Shop at Home, Lego Shop at Home. The shipping, I didn't really care when I got it, so I didn't. It took a while, of course, but it eventually got here. Wow, this is my first big system set that I've gotten in quite a substantial amount of time. Probably since since I was gifted that Sandman Spider-Man set, if I had to reckon. It's impressive. The amount of detail and architecture that goes into this set is really, really cool. And the amount of functions are just really stellar. I did not know, because I didn't see any reviews before getting it. I didn't know that at the absolute top of the set, you see there's this little golden cross?
Yeah.
If you press that down, there's a light box inside that contraption
Ooh.
right below it.
Well, that would make sense considering it's a lighthouse.
Exactly. It
Pretty
sets
awesome.
off a yellow light because it's a lighthouse. And it comes with
Oh,
a
that's
substantial
nice.
amount of important minifigures. The set was not released under the Skybound title, but it is a Skybound set.
Yeah. It's
If that makes any
Yeah.
It's
sense.
a weird, like,
Right,
I got
right,
half
right.
the sets from Day of the Departed, the Skybound theme.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, LJ, this is kind of important. Does this set have a back?
Yes. Oh, wait. No. Well, okay. Okay.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Your answer really helped me out. Thank you for your
Okay,
for
hang
in-depth
on.
review, LJ. Now I know if I want to
Doesn't
buy
it
this or
open up?
not.
Okay. No. It is open. However, what it does do is there's a little axle piece toward the side that you can kind of put into this hole piece, and it opens up. So the set opens up, and you got that diorama, you got the whole, it's like a dollhouse.
Diorama,
And it's got
right,
several
right.
levels.
Yeah.
You close it up, put the axle back in, and it stays fine. But no, it does not have a closed back. It doesn't have a sealed
Okay.
back.
I'm looking at the other side, and I'm like, the answer here is clearly no. I don't know where you're like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
Yeah, it's
there's
because I
not-
forgot,
there's
I
not
forgot
really
we
a-
had that conversation. But the set is really great. It's got a lot of fantastic detailing. Like the inside, it's got like this table that flips up and there's weapons underneath it. And like the vial that they're trying to shoot Nauticon with. And in the room below it, there's like instructions for the Falcon and for Echo Zane.
Yeah, I
And
love.
by the way,
I love the amount of minifigures that they really didn't need to
okay,
make.
the
but they do.
minifigures are really great. They're really great, and actually, there's one downside. Because while the minifigures are fantastic, you get all the important characters. You get Nauticon, you get Jay, you get Nia, you get Clancy.
And Clancy.
Flintlock.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Clancy. And you also get, I forget what his name is, but he's the good
Echo
shot.
Zane.
Man, all the important
Flintlock.
characters.
Flintlock.
Yeah.
And then yes, you do get Echo Zane. He's exclusive to this set, as far as I'm aware. And then you get random
You get the
pirate
teabot.
The T-bot.
Oh, you do get the teapot. I don't know why.
Teabot, not teapot.
Oh, well, there is a teapot here.
I'm a little teapot, sword and
But yes, you do also get the little teabot, the guy that, goes around the table with all the cups of tea. And it's really cool, because every level has so much detail put into it. You got a workshop. You got where Zane was made. You got a planning room. And then
Well,
you
I
got...
don't know if that's where Zane was
Spoilers.
made, but maybe Echo Zane.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I mean,
Come on.
Echo
Not
Zane.
spoilers. Zane was built here. We saw it in that one episode. This was the lighthouse.
Yeah.
where his
No,
father
he wasn't built here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, this is
Oh,
where
yeah.
his father was in prison, not where Zane was built. Zane was built in the forest,
Fair.
remember?
Yeah,
Correct.
right? Okay, I was just thinking that.
Nope, that
I
is
was like,
true.
wait, was he...
Don't listen to
Wasn't
me.
the lab, inside a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in any
Okay.
I
case...
guess
guys,
Prpl's the
man.
expert after all.
So, it is spoilers.
In
Okay.
any case, I meant
It was
Echo
just
Zane.
misinformation, yeah.
Yeah. That's
We're
fine.
known for
He's
that.
still technically Zane.
You mean you lied? You
But
lied to me.
The set is
You
just...
are my enemy.
It's really impressive. One downside with the minifigures is that the ninja don't come with hair. They don't have hair pieces,
Yeah.
which
I
is really
saw that.
disappointing
Interesting.
because I've only ever gotten Ninjago sets that have the hair pieces.
Good old half.
Yeah, I guess if you'd really wanted to, you could either get them online or just reuse them. Because Jay and Nia's hair are probably the most common pieces throughout
Well,
just
I don't
general
have
Lego.
Nia's hair. I have Jay's. I
You
don't have
don't?
Nia's. So,
Huh. Well,
but I love the structure. It's a great play set. If you open it up, it's fantastic because you have every level, so you can enact different scenarios, and you have all the important characters. Like I mentioned, Nauticon, and I didn't know this was a thing before I got the set, but apparently you can collect every sword, like the Jin blade, in every state after it's sucked up a ninja. There are 6 of them. I thought that's really neat. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and this
yeah.
one comes with...
Although they're basically just recolors of the same
Oh,
sword, but
they
yeah.
are.
Those
But
swords.
Yes,
I was gonna ask about those things. The little swords with the ninja faces on them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have Lloyd's, and you have Zane's.
But I just love the amount of detail they cram into all the Skybound sets. They're very accurate to the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very accurate. You also have this little zip cord in the back where you can send minifigures down. Like they're trying to get around the building. They just slide through.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very, very impressed.
I
There are
really
just so many
appreciate it
functions.
when they put attention to detail from the story into the sets to make everything
Yes.
line up. Unlike, it was one of my major gripes with the Tournament of Elements sets was that they were nothing whatsoever to
Yeah,
do
they were
with the
no
story.
Elemental Master minifigures except for 2 of them. They could have
Not
these
even
cool
that.
play
The
sets.
Tournament of Elements sets were literally constructs that didn't have any relevance in the actual Ninjago theme. They were just there.
Yeah,
to
they
sell the
really could
sets.
have had,
Pythor
these...
was in one of them, just fighting the ninja. All the anacondrae serpents were just running around before they even turned into them.
Yeah.
So I know
It's funny you should mention this too, because
Eljay, I know in your reviews you always mention how story does not necessarily make a set better, but
No,
it is a nice Easter egg kind of thing to have.
I will say, if you are a fan of the show, then you're really going to appreciate this set more because you're a fan of it. Because on the surface, you get it, and it's got all these things you think, oh, it's just part of the aesthetic. But if you see the show, you get that. You understand what all these things are. And I think that's really cool. It does enhance that experience for this set.
I would also say too that LD's thing that stories doesn't make a set better is true for Bionicle.
Exactly. I was just about to say, it's true for Bionicle because they're just figures. This is a
they're
set
just figures.
piece.
Right. But if you have an actual system theme, especially one with a show behind it, or if you have a superhero theme where you adapt something from the comics or from the movies, I feel like story really does play a bit of importance
it plays a
in
factor.
the set.
Yeah, but for Bionicle, it's just singular characters, and the story it revolves around the sets. This, it's a little harder to tell because I don't really know how they work things in the sets and the story and the show with Ninjago, because we've seen characters in the show become sets like Dareth. So I don't know what that dichotomy is. So I don't know how this
That's
is all
a fancy
worked
word.
out. But
Yeah.
either way,
That's a really
very
fancy
impressive.
word. What does that mean? Dichotomy. Explain to our viewers, LJ.
It's the interaction between things.
Dichotomy, a division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. So I guess it's applicable if you consider the show and the set as being entirely different things. So, good job, Eljay.
Thank you.
Learning
GG.
Rainbow, or whatever they call it.
Learning rainbow.
Learning Rainbow.
Learning Rainbow.
What?
And therefore we have our title for TTV episode.
Yes.
Ripperoni.
You got
It's funny you should mention the Tournament of Element sets real quick, Meso, because I did also get my own set this week, and that was the Dojo Showdown, which is from the Tournament of Elements line. It's about, I believe it's $30? $30?
It's a very significant set because it has two masters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It has
the only
two
two
masters.
masters.
It's only seen in, only released in this set, which is kind of a shame because I like the design for all of the masters, and I would have definitely bought more of them.
Yeah, like they
if-
should have had more sets sort of in this style where it's like arena type things, but like with more masters. Because there were multiple different types of arenas. Like there was the lava and the like Sakura tree.
Right,
and
there's a bridge
all that.
and everything
Yeah.
over the. Yeah, I felt that it could have been a great set, and for whatever reason, and they also like included a random skull person or
Anaconda Warrior.
Anaconda Warrior. Thank you, Prpl. Instead of another master, which I really would have liked, or even just another ninja, which would have been kind of cool. But really, I just liked seeing the masters. I bought it exclusively for the Master of Speed and the Master of Iron. See, I get mixed up with the
Metal?
No, I get mixed up with the guy from Bionicle, Korgo. With Korolov? Is it Korolov?
Karloff, yeah.
Korolov. But yeah, that minifigure is actually really cool. I think he's the best minifigure out of the bunch. Honestly, all things considered, he has these the giant like kind of fists that are like I don't know if they've been in any sets before, but I
They
think
have.
they kind of
Yeah, they were in the Chima
debuted
sets.
in A Ultra Agents. Oh wait, Chima?
I think so, yeah. They were the Gorilla's weapons.
You're
It
right.
was either
no,
the exact same thing or a very similar style. I know this exact piece was used in Ultra Agents.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this
Yeah.
up so
And
that we're
while
not
you do
misinformed.
that, we were talking about the Masters last episode, and many people in our comments pointed out the fact that two other Masters did appear in the Ultra Agents series. Because I mentioned when we were watching the show, for those who don't know.
Toxica.
Yeah, the Master
and,
of Poison and the
the Pale
Master
Man.
of Light were characters from Ultra Agents that they
Oh,
then
yeah, I remember you guys
to
mentioned
Ninjaga as characters. So there's the Master of Poison,
interesting.
Toxikita, she was in 2 sets, and then the Master of Light, I think, was called Invisible with a Z in Ultra Agents, and he appeared in a little small set stealing gold from a bank, which I quite like.
So
Right, so yeah,
we
here's
do
the thing
have
too.
more of them. That's good.
We do. I
Technically.
did not know that. There is one thing that like I found interesting too about because I was reading up on the Master of Light, and you know how like he's basically an invisible dude,
Yeah.
but like he has he puts on like clothes and stuff, you know, to kind of
Yeah.
like yeah. So I was like, okay, he's kind of like, you know, H.G. Wells' the Invisible Man, you know, like he's just an invisible man and he puts on clothes, kind of like Sue Storm and like way back the original concept for Fantastic Four. She would be completely invisible all the time and she'd wear like a mask and a wig and clothes and stuff. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Turns out his power, like he's only invisible because he bends light around himself. Because he's shy of people. So why are his clothes still visible? He's bending light. He's not
Maybe
like,
he's
his body's
self-conscious.
transparent.
Maybe he thinks he's ugly, but he dresses
Maybe he has
all
like
stylish.
horrible acne and he doesn't want anyone to see it.
Oh, yeah. So he's kind of like wearing a mask, kind of. You know, like wearing a giant mask and never taking it off ever because you have horrible disfigured acne.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't
Horrifically
know.
ugly and acne.
I love the minifigures for Master of Light and Master of Poison too. Toxikita and Invisible were their other names.
Actually, you know
They
what?
look really cool.
The Master of Light actually has a really cool minifigure, and I would like to
I
get
know,
that
right?
if that was still out.
The set's
I
cheap.
did not
It's
know
like
he'd be in
$20. You can
Ninjago.
Get it on
Okay,
Amazon.
so
Really? Got it.
I
Sure.
was in fact mistaken. Prpl's right. The piece we were talking about earlier debuted in
It did
in
actually
Chima.
come out in Chima. Did.
What a shot.
There you go.
War is his
Gorilla
War is his
power. Rip
Purple
around.
Purple 1, LJ 0. But LJ does get a half point for getting dichotomy right. So
half.
There we
point.
go.
That's
That's-
a
But
big
that was
word.
a long time ago.
no, I mean, but
Also-
nobody
also,
argued
I-
with you
I
about
did the
that. That's why
research.
you only get a half point.
I
I
didn't
mean,
try and
Meso did
defend
the
this.
research. He's the one who read the
fact-
description.
Yeah, I mean, Meso kind of did
Fact
that. You kind of
checking to see if LJ
But
was
no,
right.
I mean I did the research on the piece so that it wouldn't be left unchecked.
okay, sure.
Even though it proved me wrong.
I mean, listen.
In the
I'm just saying,
end,
in
it
the world of
doesn't
the
even
points,
matter.
all that matters is who's right and who's wrong. So,
Very nice.
Purple 1, LJ 0.5.
What?
Wow.
What?
You got half a point, dude.
Why is this
So
a
real
zero
quick,
out of
we're gonna
15.
move on to the
Final
news.
score.
Wait,
but
one more
before
thing.
we do that, what? All right, Meso.
I just wanted,
Alright, what
I
is
just
this
wanted to
one more
point out
thing?
that, like, Karloff, I think there was a dude at Ultra Agents that they drew inspiration from Karloff as well, because along with these two people, there's like a minifigure that looks very similar to him, just with some orange, and he has the whole fist
Wow.
gimmick too, so it's like, Ultra Agents may have
I
felt
can kind of see the
spiritual
similarity,
evolution,
but
I
it's
would
not.
say. With
Maybe,
all the other
I don't
tropes
know,
and
like-
figures, I think Ultra Agents played a role in the establishment of the Elemental Masters.
Possibly they use some of the, like, I mean,
It's
definitely
cool
the Master of
connectivity.
Poison and the Master of Light are there. I don't know if I would say Karlov is exactly that guy. He looks really
I
different.
didn't say it was exactly, I said it was like a conceptual evolution.
Outside of having, like, he does have shoulder pads, he does have the giant fists, but, like, other than that, it's like, you know, he's not like he's the human manifestation of Goraz or whoever the gorilla was in
Gorzan.
Gorzan.
Did you
You
just
and
say
these
Goraz?
names, man.
Did
Alright,
you?
Goraz.
I'm saying it was like I knew it's like Gore something, man. It's like Chima was never creative with
Why-
its
why-
names.
Bionicle's
So can we,
dead,
like,
Kahi, get over
since
it.
since we're doing like this
getting over
point thing, can we like -1 him or something?
No, I said whoever it was, so I actively was like okay of getting that name wrong. I don't care.
But I
enough
mean,
about it.
Gorast, really? That's
He
I
said
said
Goraz, not Goraz.
Oh, not J. G-O-R-A-Z.
J-O? Man, that grave ain't digging
Journey-
itself, buddy, but you're
Journey the
helping
Raz.
it out.
I'm helping it out as best I can. We're going to talk about the news, but in a second, I'm going to actually talk about Vessel real quick. Vessel.com/TTV channel. You can get all of our stuff 1 week early. Right now, we're listening to this episode on YouTube. There's a free episode of TTV BrickFeed. The newest one, the latest one, is available on Vessel, and you can go check it out for free. You don't need to register. You don't need to pay anything. If you do want to see any of our other videos, you can totally pay $2.99 a month or $19.99 a year, and it totally helps us out. Every person that subscribes to Vessel actually, like, you know, legitimately helps us out in the creation of our videos and, you know, helps us, get more revenue off there. So everything counts, and everything's appreciated. Again, that's Vessel.com/TTV channel. And, there you go.
GG.
All right, let's go on to the move. Let's move on to the news.
What?
Let's go on to the
like
move to the news.
Oh my
Man.
Moving right along. We've got quite a bit of news for this round, which we're not going to get to because we actually took up a good portion of this episode talking about the cool new sets we got.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that that actually is pretty big. The biggest thing that kind of happened this week, Lego Ideas was updated, has a better search, some like different things. One of the big things is that you can now limit your search to like original Lego ideas and then like third party intellectual property stuff. So like, you know, you can actually like see, you know, actual Lego products that aren't like based on like, oh, I want to see Lego this. I want to see Lego, you know, Lego Firefly, Lego Stranger Things, whatever. That's all like put in its own section. There's some new discovery stuff. Tags are clickable, that kind of deal. Nothing too big, but like something just kind of to make the website more discoverable. One of the biggest changes we're actually seeing with ideas is the milestones. Now, as a change to previously, new projects will have 60 days to reach 100 supporters. And then there would be the 1 year boost. Like the 6 month boost at 1,000 and 5,000 remain the same, but they'll only get the 1 year boost at 100 supporters after 60 days. So basically, from what this is saying is like the idea is that they're trying to limit how long you have to make an ideas set become successful, and if it doesn't go out in 60 days, it's basically not getting there.
Yeah.
So they're shutting it down basically after 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you reach 100 supporters in 60 days, you get an extra year that your project can exist, and then and you also get like 6 months after 1,000 supporters and 5,000 supporters.
Makes sense to me.
Right.
Interesting.
So that's just like a change to their policy, and there you go. That's basically
Very
it.
nice.
Anyone have anything to comment with that?
Not really, but it's cool that they're consistently updating that service and making it better for everybody. And I agree with that decision because there's a lot of projects just kind of sit around on Lego ideas that
Right.
are clearly not going to get any traction ever.
Right.
But it's just a sad, thing. People do put hard work into stuff, but sometimes they just don't have a means to advertise it. and whatever,
Possibly,
so-
but I do feel like a lot of I've yet to really see a great ideas campaign that went without notice. You know, like people that actually put the work in and do something like,
I
you
can
know, that's
tell you
really...
there have been a couple, basically every single project ever related to construction in any way that people have tried to do. They're good projects in the construction community, but there's just not enough of a basis for that.
I mean, like...
There's not enough people who actually want to see something get made.
Well, I'm saying that, like, receive 100 supporters within 60 days. Is what I'm saying. So, have you seen, like, these really high-quality construction stuff that don't get at least 100 supporters?
I'm not judging them by specific metrics. I'm just judging by they never get enough to get produced.
Fair, no, that's fair. No, that happens all the time, and you're completely right. I'm just saying that, like, for the new criteria it has, I don't really see, like, from what they're, they did this by looking at the data themselves of how many projects that last over, 5,000 supporters, 5,000 supporters, how many of those, like, how much recognition it gained within the first 30 days, so.
Quite right.
Alright, moving on from that, we have a, Lego Dimensions getting some autumn releases. There's an article posted on Flickering Myth about this, and this guy was just invited to go to Warner Brothers and play some of the new Lego Dimensions stuff. There was also a cool video that was released with Supergirl called Meet That Hero.
I did quite like this video, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of cute.
Advertising-wise, it was pretty... There's a lot of self-referential humor.
Right.
I'm always a sucker for.
Yeah, and it was kind of done in like it was like not in the normal Lego animated style for part of it. It was like in the stop motion kind of a little bit emulating the Lego movie style. And then they showed clips in the game, of course, which was not.
That's just stop motion.
Oh, it's like computer still. It's like computer generated stop motion.
Yeah.
No, this was very clearly it was normal stop motion. It's very evident what they did, and it's very impressive. Still, stop motion is incredibly tedious, and it always looks
very
really
tedious.
Good. But yes, so there are some new sets coming out, and the ET video is really funny.
The ET video is pretty funny. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to bring up the article that has all these sets that will be coming out in September and in November. I believe in September 30th is when the first wave is getting released, and we will be getting
give me a moment.
Ghostbusters, Mission Impossible, Adventure Time, Harry Potter, and the Adventure Time Team Packs and the A-Team Fun Pack. Then in the 18th of November, we will get Wave 7, which is the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Sonic the Hedgehog, Gremlins, and the E.T. Fun Packs.
Cool.
I still can't believe they're making a set based off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Perhaps it's just not in my circles. So, where I go on the internet, I've seen no hype for that.
Because Cursed Child came out and it was terrible.
You were kind of half right, Kahi. November 18th, yeah, that's when Gremlins comes out. Everything else comes out September 27th, not the 30th.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, there you go.
I guess the source here is wrong because the source here says September 30th.
Well, my source is Amazon, so
good source.
I think I'm fit.
Very good source.
I think that gets the last say.
I mean, not always, because Amazon had graphic novel number 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about
Amazon has lied to us before.
I mean, Lego has lied to us before.
Oh, it was only on Amazon.
I'm saying you've lied to us before.
Oh,
yeah.
This guy just tried to sell you that they're coming out on the 30th.
Actually, all the other sources I'm seeing also is the 30th. The 30th might be the official date, but Amazon might have it going on for sale later.
No way, no.
Dawn of release date.
I think I have one more source. Let me try and.
I swear.
No.
I swear.
No. Then we're not gonna be those people that spread misinformation. We gotta fact check.
What are you talking about?
A little too late.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try and turn it around, so at least when we crumble to the ground, I'm not the guy known as Misinformation Masked Man.
No one would ever call you that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna fact check.
No, that has no flow.
Okay, Best Buy, 27th.
More like Best Lie.
Okay, shut up. Anyway.
GameSpot article from June 9th places the release date as being September 30th.
Well, Amazon and Best Buy place it as being September 27th.
Right, but that's retailers, not the official launch date. So they are releasing these sets ahead of time, ahead of Lego, but that's not the official release date. Kind of like how how we could find early sets on Barnes & Noble. Doesn't mean that the sets were officially released on that day. It means that you can get them early.
guess
mean-
we'll have to wait and see. Let's go to our respective
listen.
store.
The way they word this is release date. Released on. So, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I have never seen Lego Dimension sets on Lego Shop at Home. I'm gonna see if they're even there. Maybe you can look me up.
Well, anyhow, moving on from this, we are gonna go.
Moving on, since I'm right. I fact checked my sources.
Listen, I don't think you're right. I'm looking. I'm posting sources
There's
right
no
now.
point to keep
GameStop-
debating this, I swear.
No, I'm saying that like Eljay's
I'm
found
saying you're listening to a bunch of journalists that are typing on a keyboard. Oh yeah, this is the release date. Like, these are people that are actually selling.
But the journalists get the press release.
Yeah,
from
that's
Lego.
what the
These
official
are
release
the
date
actual
is.
retailers that are selling the sets.
It's kind of like how a movie's release date is like a Friday, even though they can show the movie on the Thursday. That's not the official release date for the movie.
Midnight
Like-
releases of Lego Dimensions.
This is a fun discussion.
This is
Is it?
stupid.
We will.
Is it really?
All right,
We'll
let's
wait
move
and
on from
see.
this. Basically, there's about two more things to talk about. I'll do the lesser one first. Lego Halloween costumes. There is
God, they're so weird.
There's a company called Disguise who are releasing some new costumes, and you can see a picture of a Nexo Knights costume that they have coming for Halloween this year.
It looks so weird.
There's also they're going to release from Ninjago 2. Kai, Lloyd, Jay, and Nia are going to be part of this wave.
Cole and
Sorry,
Zane.
Cole. Sorry, Zane.
Rip.
Yeah, rip in pieces. And if Nexo Knights, you can go with Clay, Aaron, or Lance. So
There you go.
who's
What about
who's the
Macy?
princess name?
Macy.
She's not there. Macy, yeah, she's not here at all.
She's like one of the
Wow,
main
that's
characters,
surprising.
though.
She's like the main character.
face of the theme.
There's
Yeah.
six
It's funny.
of
I've
them in there
seen
somewhere.
some of these costumes in
Hashtag
person.
where's Macy?
Well, not
Well,
like
Where's Ray?
I've seen these costumes in person. Well, not like somebody actually wearing the costume, but I saw was it? You guys know what Spirit is, right? You guys have Spirit.
What?
What?
Spirit? Is that like a Halloween store?
Or is he gone?
You
Yeah,
guys know
it
what
is.
Spirit is, right?
Yeah, Spirit. You
Yeah.
know, like
The Halloween store.
the
Yeah.
third person of no. Okay.
I know what
No.
Spirit is.
Yeah.
I've never
So
heard of
anyway, I stopped by there one time just to check things out. A couple of days back, and I saw some of these costumes there. I'm like, what? You can dress up like a minifigure now? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Whenever I think of dressing up like a minifigure, I think of that human minifigure.
Oh,
That
that,
costume, that was like
Oh.
horrific.
that thing was a masterpiece of creepy
That was,
ingenuity.
I mean, this is like the perfect Halloween costume, honestly.
Yeah.
It was so crazy and weird.
Tell me this, will any of you buy these
So-
costumes? And
No.
Ha!
I will if you will.
Listen, if
Okay.
we were in the same location,
If
I would say let's all buy them and go like
If we
Ninjago
lived,
trick-or-treating.
yeah, no, if you lived in the same place, I would totally be up for it. I'd be
Yeah,
down.
seriously,
I
I'd
would be
buy.
down to clown. Am I,
But
like
not
my
if it's
college,
by
I'll go
myself.
as a ninja.
See,
We'll do it.
I would not only be so down to clown, but I would go trick or treating as well because I can pass as a kid.
Yeah, I'll
Aww.
do it. Trick or treat.
I can't. I haven't been able to pass as a kid since I was like 14.
Yeah, well,
You should like go as Slender Man, and we'll be all like the little ninjas.
That's great. It's a great idea.
Wow.
Yeah, no, let me.
Okay.
I gotta see because honestly, I've been too busy looking into this. I can't find any other sources for this dimension stuff. But I'm gonna
Oh
count.
my
I'm
god.
gonna count this as a personal victory and look at these costumes.
Really, a personal victory, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Participation points.
You are petty.
No. You know, no,
yeah, I
no,
don't know, man.
no.
You're
no way.
like-
they are being.
You
released
could
to-
run for president and not make it to the primaries and be like, well, I'm gonna consider this a personal
No,
victory
no, wait,
because
no,
people
wait.
would have
I
voted
have
for me.
retailers
running
saying
for
that the release
president.
date's the 27th.
No, you have retailers saying that they're going to sell these on the 27th, not that
No, I
release
have
date.
them saying release date. Those words.
Release date.
That's
Release
when
date.
they are releasing it. It's not
Yes,
the press
very
release.
good. That is when they're releasing them.
That
Yes,
is
that's
when
not the release
the
date for
retailers
the
are releasing
actual-
it, but that is not the official release date.
Oh, you know what? Let's put this to the test. Because I looked on Lego Shop at Home. Dimensions is on Lego Shop at Home. So if we go to Lego Shop at Home and they are not there on the 27th, you guys win.
Okay, that's a fair compromise. We will
Is it
revisit
really?
this issue. Yes, because what that means
I think,
is
listen, I think
the
that Lego
release
could
date.
also miss their own release date because they've done it in the past.
I
I'm
think-
saying they sent out a press release with the release date on it.
What?
Yeah.
They sent out a press release with the
How
release
can
date on
they
it.
miss-
That's
how
the
can they
official
miss a
release date.
That is like 3 days early. What? It's Lego. The release date is when they release them.
The release date is the official date. They send in the press release.
Yeah, the press release. Hold the presses, guys. Those press releases are the final say. Forget Lego.
They are.
They're not.
That's the information that they're giving them. That's the official
You know
release
what?
date.
You know what? No. If they release these things on the 27th, then that means Lego is as much guilty of spreading misinformation as we are.
Fair.
Eh.
No, you're right. You're completely right because they said they would release it one day and they didn't.
Let's
So you know what?
return
You
to
would be
this.
right.
Next
You're right.
week we will know.
We won't know next week.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
It's the 14th.
No,
Yeah,
we
it'd be
won't.
like 2 weeks.
No, we won't.
Hell to math.
I'm okay. Fine. In 2 weeks, we will know.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. That was a fun thing.
No. Let's see. Next week, if Lego doesn't have them on their site, then we'll know I'm right. Yeah, sure. We'll stick with that.
2 weeks from now, we'll be back. Anyway,
All right.
okay.
All right. Okay. Let's do this.
Costumes.
The costumes
also
are like
costumes, they're
we're
costumes.
basically done with that. We're talking about the last and kind of the biggest thing that's released so far. Brickset released a review on the new Death Star.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Mixels. I want to talk about Mixels.
You want to
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
Mixels? I'm going to skip over Mixels.
No, it's interesting to me.
okay,
but yeah,
we-
Death Star.
we
So
can
you've
jump
already brought
in-
it up. Death Star. It's
Okay. All right.
interesting.
Sure.
We talked about the Death Star at length. They released a review of it. What's changed?
I mean, nothing,
Basically, I mean,
Nothing.
We know
like they
specifics
go
of what's
through
different, I
in-depth
suppose.
reviews on the minifigures, which are again really cool. It's nice having like really high quality photos of these minifigures.
Actually, I'll tell you what.
Well,
Rather than talk about the review of the Death Star on Brickset, let's talk about Jangbrick's article on the Death Star.
No,
where he basically says the people who were saying negative things about it are wrong.
well, okay. So
What,
I
really?
think that's a great thing to talk about. I want to point something out real fast.
Shoot.
I'm looking at the review, looking at the minifigures. If you go look at Luke Skywalker, the one in his black suit, if you turn him around, his face is dual molded, so you can see that there are two faces on each side. If you look at the black suit Skywalker, his face is acting as kind of like a back neck chin.
Yeah, it is.
Like, his chin looks like he has some serious neck fat there.
Oh yeah,
Looks
yeah.
kinda like
No,
a
you're
zit.
right.
The hair
It's
doesn't
like all
cover
that Jedi training has kind of like created a fold in the back of his head.
That's great.
That's actually really funny.
Okay.
Anyways, Jangbricks, real quick, because we did already talk about this at length, I just want to, like, bring up a couple of points. Jangbricks posted this long blog entry that I will summarize for everyone, as he's approaching this from a point-by-point discussion regarding all the negative things that people say about the set, how there's $100 extra and very little value, Lego designers have gotten lazy, it isn't worthy of the UCS stamp, it's just a re-release, and then finally talking about how is there actually enough value in it to justify the extra $100 price increase. And Jang approaches this differently than a lot of people. He's approaching it via math. He's calculating the rate of inflation, and then the exact value per piece, and then approximations of how much one would value a minifigure to try to paint a more objective, quote-unquote, view as to how overpriced the set actually is. And the conclusion he ends up drawing is the set is 4.4% overpriced. And is that truly something to be mad about whatsoever? And the crux of his argument, really, is that the minifigures and their updated styles are worth more than the extra pieces would be or are. One cannot discount the value of the minifigures when you take this set into account.
That's true.
And I don't know, I'm not a big expert. I approach things from a bit of a different viewpoint than he does, but I certainly am intrigued because he's the only person really that I've seen be so adamantly in favor of the Death Star. It's like, no, this is a perfectly fine thing that Lego has done.
As far as I remember, he
interesting
was
to me.
relatively within the same camp as everyone else when reviewing the the attack on Hoth, assault on Hoth, or whatever it's called.
I believe you're right.
And so he's
Certainly.
fairly on board. So, granted, I don't know. He's right. You know, statistically speaking, all that he's
Yeah.
saying isn't wrong. However, at the same time, it's the principle of the matter. So while you still have a decent value in the set, it's the principle of basically getting the same set you got like 4 years ago. Again,
Exactly.
with just a couple of updates.
I will never stop harping on my shell thing. Although, after reading feedback, I do kind of take back everything I was saying about, like, you know, that outer specialized shell. Because that would detract from the value of it being a Lego set. A brick-based, brick-built, constructible thing on the outside would do wonders.
Oh, you actually wanted a custom mold for the outside?
I was thinking, yeah.
Really?
If it was
I
me,
don't
if
know.
I had bought this, I would
yeah,
have
no,
rather
that would have looked
had
gross.
No, I thought you were actually talking about a brick built thing from the
Forgive
beginning.
him, guys. Forgive him, audience. He's from construction. We have a lot of specialized pieces
Yeah,
there.
basically, like, if I was gonna buy this set, price or no, I want it to look good. And if it took a specialized mold to look good, then yeah, I'd have that.
I feel like all the stuff he is saying holds true to a certain degree. I think there is a thing with inflation as it's gone on too. When like the inflation when compared to Lego regular bricks, I don't know what range he's using for inflation. Is he just using the US base, the dollar value for the US
I believe so.
since then?
See, it's very interesting because Brickset, on the other hand, they look at the inflation for the US and the UK.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm
I don't
not
know.
sure if like, you know, I mean, it's probably still a fair amount to come at because he's comparing it to the original US price. I just don't know if like the same, like, you know, the economy could go up and down for the US and say constant in the UK, specifically Denmark, or it could go like, you know, up and down Denmark and stay consistent in the UK. So things might not be as like straightforward as he's putting it in here with the math that he's using.
Certainly,
That being
and
said,
also it must be said, like, the average consumer does not take that into consideration. If people wonder about why is there so much hate about the Death Star, if you look at the statistics and the math, it makes perfect sense why it's priced this way. It very well may. But from a consumer standpoint, it only appears to be, like Eljay was saying, it's the principle. It's paying $100 more for the exact same thing.
Now,
let's
at
see.
that same time, if you're a member of you know, a VIP member of LEGO's VIP program, then and you buy sets regularly, you're probably going to get this for free, which is cool.
Yeah.
Or if you don't own the original, like Brickset recommends, if you don't own it, this is a good set to get.
Exactly.
However, if you are a longtime fan of the Star Wars LEGO theme, then this is just another one of LEGO's common Star Wars set re-releases, because they always remake their same, you know, titular sets.
Titular.
You know, thank you. The main sets that everybody recognizes, like, oh, it's Luke versus
Yeah.
Darth Vader, and the
The
Emperor's
iconic.
there.
Iconic,
Piece
yeah.
moments.
Exactly. And this is just another one of those, and it's really expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just wanted to, like, bring up that difference of opinion when you approach it via statistics. You get a different
I mean,
conclusion.
yeah, it's all well founded, but
It's all depending on how you look at your sets. The majority of people do not look at the sets that way.
yeah, and I like Jang. He's got easily the best LEGO reviews online, period, bar none. He
Except
also
you, of
makes
course.
he also makes a whole heck of a lot of money. This
is true.
set is not going to put a dent in his budget.
Right. I mean, like,
So-
granted, he is correct that he's not sponsored at all by Lego.
Yeah.
But we also know that he used to work at PayPal, and I mean, as YouTubers, we can also basically say that he's
makes
getting a
lot
tidy
of money.
sum from the YouTube reviews.
Then,
Uh,
like him
And
talking about
YouTube
it.
pays the same.
Deserved.
YouTube pays the same for everyone, so you know, we can just calculate up from there. But you know, I mean, and
It
it's
is
well deserved.
definitely deserved.
It's
for the
not like
work
he's
he puts
overrated
in.
or anything. I
But
feel
it
like
does,
his
it
things are
does
really
make
well
it
done.
a point that his frame of reference is different than that of the average consumer.
Possibly. I mean, okay, from what I'm trying to figure out his math and like trying to see what is necessarily like how he's calculating everything and how everything's adding up. I feel like one big deal is that I don't know. There are obviously better minifigures with this round, and there's 200 more pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the realm that inflation has gone up, I don't believe we can say that inflation has gone around. I mean, just say we take away the 200 pieces, and it's the same amount of it's kind of the same set with like updated minifigures, same piece count, right? Let's say it's around that. That is going from $400 to $500. That is basically a 25% decrease in inflation. I don't know if inflation has like dipped that far low that like what was $400 is now considered $500 by today's standards. Now with the added increase of, both, I don't know how much the updated minifigures would cost since they do have additional leg printing and whatnot. But like the 200, like even with the addition of 200 sets, I don't think that like, while inflation is a good metric to cut, I feel like there is a large amount of, price markup going on here where it's inflated more than it should be. I think you can say that pretty much regardless of whether, you follow, Jang's logic or not, that Lego has definitely increased the price of this set for not as, for really not too much added in return.
Which, in truth, is the whole crux of the discussion, period.
Right.
So
And,
long as that is a factor.
From what I'm understanding, Jang is not saying that they haven't done it. He's saying it's less than what people are saying, which, could be true too. The main thing he uses is that he tries to calculate what the average value of a minifigure, of his set. And if his math is wrong about that, or if it's not exact, then that's a kind of the whole crux of his argument depends on if his approximation is that accurate, that a minifigure is about $3.50 worth, a piece.
Quite right.
Basically. So,
John v. Jang, math war.
I feel like his math is solid. I'm just wondering about the argument, the conclusion he's come to. I don't know if he can accurately say that it's the range he's doing it, because it could be, it could be still inaccurate. And he still does admit there is still a price markup for this set.
Yes.
So I feel like, Lego could have done something a little more for this. It might not be as unfair as we say, but I don't know.
Pretty.
It leaves a sour taste in my mouth, spending an extra $100.
Yeah, and to be fair, none of us are going to be getting the set. Not a single person here will
I'm
get
a college student. If I worked for PayPal, then maybe. If I released one video and it made 100,000 views for everyone I did each day, maybe I'd consider it.
I can buy this set. I don't want to.
This is what I could afford. I afforded Tanker Truck Takedown and I afforded ramen noodles for this week, and that's what I got. That's what I got, guys. I'm out.
Okay, so that reminds me. For the future, I'm going to be buying, next month in October, I'm going to be buying a substantial amount of Marvel sets. So I will have those to talk about.
Oh, that's
Very
good.
nice.
Ninjago sets.
I filled my Ninjago quota, okay? I don't want any other Ninjago sets right now. I have a very nice set right here.
You don't want Lloyd's NRG Dragon? That's
Not
actually a
really.
really cool set.
Because, see,
I want to get some more Marvel sets, but I want to get more comic sets. I feel like the airport battle is the only one I'm looking at that's
I'm going to be getting that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get Tanker Truck. I'm going to get those next month so that I can cash in on that, the advent calendar, the gift with purchase.
You're gonna get Tanker Truck?
Next
Oh, we said
month.
it.
Next month.
That's right, folks.
So-
We're gonna
That
talk
should be
about
the
it
BrickFeed
again.
Mardi Gras.
No.
Tanker
No,
Truck.
I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna get
It's like I feel like that should be. I'm trying to find something that starts with V, so we can rename this podcast to the Tanker Truck. I don't know, something.
Breakdown.
No, it has to start with V.
The Tanker
TTV.
Truck breakdown.
Hey everyone, welcome to TTB.
Although, hey, real quick, Breakdown, awesome name for a show. We should keep that in mind. I kind of want to reserve that. So dibs.
Sure, just say it on the podcast and reserve it.
Dibs.
Yeah.
I know, hashtag
job.
dibs. No.
Yeah,
people
before we end, I
know.
do
If there's
wanna
any Lego
briefly-
show, they stole it from me.
Before
That's
we
what
end,
happened.
I do briefly want to touch on Mixels, because I
Okay,
find
let's
it a
talk about-
fascinating thing.
talk about
posted
Mixels.
the article about a Mixels eulogy, and obviously the person writing this has a lot of passion for the theme. It's a part one, a history, and the community, and there's going to be multiple parts, 1 out of 4 parts to this. And I find this absolutely fascinating to me, just kind of skimming this, how much actual legitimate passion there is for this theme that on the outset I just had no clue people
I also had no
liked
idea
it.
there's a Mixels fandom.
There's this paragraph near the end. He says, "Yes, dear readers, Mixels is the reason why I want to be an animator when I get older. Mixels is the reason why I am in the Lego community. Mixels is the reason why I have a girlfriend. Mixels is the reason why you are reading the articles I contribute
So
here
let
every
me get
single
this
day."
straight.
Man.
His children are going to be a result of Mixels.
Listen, that guy, he has to pay Lego royalty for his kids. Every year, he's got to be
Gear and Elira.
yeah, Shadow Gear and Elira, they have to part of the same royalty program too. Man, the guy got a girlfriend with
Dude's a
Mixels.
Bionicle fan,
That's an
too.
accomplishment.
He's the only person on BrickSet that actively reviews Bionicle sets while they were out and judges
He
them
does
fairly
compare
and
it
stuff.
to
but
Bionicle
I think
Soul
I,
calories and
fan base,
non-Bionicle.
much smaller, but
I actually think I met that guy at Brick Fair. I'm not entirely sure, but there was a guy who wrote articles for brick set that I had a conversation with at Brick Fair, and he was great. He did
Wow.
the History of Bionicle, not ours, but brick sets, articles.
Interesting.
History
Okay.
of
Definitely might have been him.
Bionicle brick set.
Well, while you're looking that up, basically, like, the thing that fascinates me is that I honestly had no idea that this fandom existed because I wasn't able to find it anywhere. And from what I'm seeing, it basically centered around the wiki, which is kind of interesting. That like it became its own little social network of stuff like that.
That
Yeah.
movie was stupid.
Wow.
What?
Epic
What?
contribution. The social network.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, boo. Actually, it's a spectacular movie that we should all see someday.
I
Yeah.
have
we should, like, do that
literally
next
no
time.
interest.
Yeah, you say that about everything.
Yeah, and most of the
Yeah, I
time
bet
it's true.
you like. I'm surprised that when we asked you to join the podcast, you're like, I literally
have no
interest. Literally have no interest in talking to you people.
Wow.
That's your tagline. That's what we're gonna remember you
Don't
as.
say anything. You're probably gonna regret it.
That's
Yeah.
true. All right.
That was all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
it is
amazing
kinda
to me
interesting.
how there is a community around Mixels that will, in fact, miss it. To which I say to all of you, I feel your pain. We're getting through our
I know.
fresh, like, you know.
I was expecting
it's-
something snarky.
It's
No,
like
seriously, the wound is still fresh. I'm sorry. That you
here's
see
what it is,
you know.
right? It's like if you break up with your girlfriend after 6 years and you go home and you're like, your little brother who's in middle school is like, yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend too. And you're like, well, it's not exactly my pain, but I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Broke
you know?
up with a girlfriend because Mixels ended.
Right. Exactly.
So that's pretty much all
Mm-hmm.
for today.
All right.
Yeah,
Does that mean
What
we
a
get to
show
go
it's been,
home?
guys. We jumped
Yeah, what
around
a-
through
what a
so
show.
many different topics.
Woohoo.
We must remember the dimensions thing. Let's check up on that.
Oh
Two
my
weeks.
god.
2 weeks.
And you guys should probably remind us going forward in these next 2
yeah.
weeks, and
I'm
we'll
not
talk
going
about
to
it.
remember, nor do I want to.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
Yeah,
the
you know what?
audience.
You know what? You
In
you
the
should
comments,
just, you
and
should just,
also-
like, go away on that episode.
And
Prpl. Not
also
be
on our
there.
message boards at board.ttvchannel.com, where you can go and discuss this episode alongside all other LEGO news, commentary, stuff that's not related to LEGO. Just kind of hang out and have a great time with us and some other people in the community. And that's board.ttvchannel.com. Check us out there. And that will be it. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I was John. Now I'm still John.
I was Messinac, now I am Meso.
I'm Eljay.
I was Venom, but now I'm Ben. So hi, I'm Ben.
I was Purple Dragon, but now I'm just purple.
And Eljay was Lewa Johnson.
Okay,
Spelled it.
LJ was becoming, but then
Now he's never going to become anything.
no one's gonna get that thing.
yeah, I
Is it
know.
like a comic
But at least
series?
you got.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Comics.
I picked up on that reference.
See you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.